Oshi no Ko Season 3, Episode 3 review. Ruby is the MVP. The third episode of this season shows how darkly the entertainment industry evolves. Let's see how this episode unfolded. Akasaka Aka, Yokoyari Mengo Reincarnation, Showbiz. Drama. The episode opens with Ruby meeting Ichigo to discuss her ambitions, and it soon becomes evident that she is searching for the person responsible for her mother's death. She suspects her father may be tied to the incident and presses Ichigo for answers, but he deliberately withholds key details, insisting that knowing more would only put her in danger. He also bluntly reminds her that she lacks the power to stand against the influential figures who may have been involved in Ai's murder. This conversation pushes Ruby to set a clear goal for herself: to become famous enough to gain influence. Ruby begins by studying the mechanics of reality television and crafting a public persona that fits the format. She adopts an awkward, slightly foolish image to grab attention, something Aqua immediately sees through. She also makes strategic use of her assistant director, recognizing his future potential in the industry. Aqua helps her understand the behind-the-scenes workings of television, but he can shake the feeling that Ruby is undergoing a major transformation. As the episode progresses, Ruby starts to show signs of being shaped by the opportunistic nature of the entertainment world, a change that does go unnoticed by those around her. This episode begins with all the cosplayers talking about the last-minute dress change decision that made things difficult for them. Ruby is also here in an original costume, and she looks really pretty. We also see how this decision actually was a huge problem for everyone, because they had to gather original dresses, but this kind of inconvenience is very normal in the entertainment industry. Here, there is an adult content cosplayer who gets asked very disrespectful questions by the director, and the assistant director could not do anything about it. Now, because of this, the cosplayer put on a smile throughout the shoot, but the moment she returned home, she left a scathing remark on the TV series that Ruby was part of. The assistant director obviously offered sincere apologies to her, but it was not his fault that things turned out like this. Though the director did take the blame for what happened, it is also true from his words that he also needed the TRP to keep the show running. This episode very skillfully exposes the restrictions that people in the entertainment industry need to follow all the time. Through an interesting example, the assistant director claims that people mostly die by falling off cliffs in thriller dramas because other ways can make the individuals from that particular industry angry. For example, if someone is killed by a car, the car manufacturers will file a complaint. Hence, everything needs to be made keeping these things in mind. But that is when Ruby comes up with a marvelous plan, and it becomes apparent that she has a sense for reality TV. Her idea readily gets approved, and that is how the rest of the episode unfolds.